Hi guys, as usual, all the necessary links in the video description, somewhere down below. And today we'll be taking a first look on the JD's JP200 preamplifier clone that I got recently off AliExpress. And this is basically one of the preamplifiers that are using those nice chassis with input selection and relay controlled volume regulation. So this guy was something like $380 or $390, depending on the current exchange ratio, and that was with basic PS Vane ECC 83, which is basically 12 AX7 tubes. So let's do the outside tour and then we'll take a look inside. On the front of the device we have two knobs. The first one works as a power on and off control and input selector, and the second one is mute and volume control pot. Maybe not exactly pot, but control. And we also do have two nice displays around here. One of them shows the selected input, and the second one shows the selected output volume between 0 and 127, because we have 127 steps controlled by relays. You can order this guy with different colors of the display. Mine came with red one, because I prefer the red color, and there's nothing interesting on the sides. The top is the usual quite solid, quite thick metal plate with venting holes, and in the back we can see four sets of RCA inputs and one set of RCA outputs. All of them are using gold-plated connectors. We also do have standard IEC power connector and integrated fuse compartment and master on and off switch. As you can see, you can order this guy in two AC voltage versions. I went for 250 volts, but you can also get the version designed for 115 volts. So the top plate is mounted using 8 Phillips screws. It's quite easy to remove it, as you can see, and as usual it's quite thick, 3 millimeters of solid aluminum, something like that. And we can take a look inside, and let's give me a second to move my camera. Yeah, so the build is rather simple, and this is the guy this is the time for the guy with a stick routine. Okay, so what do we see here? We have two toroidal transformers. Each one of them is labeled as able to output 50 watts of power, and those guys are used to power both channels independently. We also have a smaller power supply, and this power supply is controlling the control unit here, but it's also controlling the voltage output for two toroidal transformers. So basically we have two completely separate power supplies. One is for the analog part with the preamplifier sections, and the other one is controlling the digital board that's controlling the output volume relays and selecting inputs, and we'll see that board in a second. As you can see, that's the display control board. It looks exactly the same as in other Sanctor Bell preamplifiers. This is basically the same build, and this is the actual JD's JP200 preamplifier clone board. It's using 6 12AX7 tubes, and it's using two 6Z4 tubes as rectifiers. Let's take a look at one of those. Yeah, I don't know if that's Russian, no, that's Chinese tube. So basically the Chinese tubes are used as rectifiers, and the regular PS Vane ECC 83 tubes, yeah, are used for the preamplifier section. And you can order also this preamplifier already with pre-installed PS Vane Art series tubes. So this would be my recommendation. But I got the cheaper version because I already have Art S tubes around home, so I'll be able to replace them on my own. Okay, let's seat them properly. And what else do we have here? All the black guys, like those ones, are Nichicons. All the dark brown guys, like those guys, are Nippon Chemical capacitors. And the large blue ones are Nichicons, and you will be able to see that once I'll rotate the amplifier. The red guys are, as usual, German Wiener capacitors, and we also do have a couple of rectifiers here and there. Okay, so the amplifier, the actual preamplifier board is very simple. Now, in the back, we can see the volume control board. That's the one on top, and it's controlling the volume using relays, and the relays are controlling the resistor ladder here. So it's a quite nice implementation of the volume control, and this basically means that the preamplifier section works with constant gain, and this is used to lower the output volume using resistors. And underneath we have a relay controlled input board for those 4 RCA inputs. What else? Right now you should be able to see the brandings on capacitors, etc. Let's zoom in. Yeah, the big ones are Nichicons. Those guys are Nippon Chemical caps. You can see the logo. The black guys are Rubicons. Those are PS Vane ECC83 tubes. And those guys are Vima caps. I really like the board layout. It's fully symmetrical. And there's one more thing that I wanted to point out here. We have a lot of room inside. If you want to replace the Toroidal transformers with something larger, if you'd like to play with capacitor upgrades, there's plenty of room on the board, and there's plenty of room to the top plate, as you can see. So you can replace them with something larger with the capacitors of your liking. And the same goes for MKP capacitors here. You can replace those 6 Vima caps with, I don't know, Mundorfs, Janssens, whatever you like. I don't know if you've noticed that, but the board here says that you have 3 sets of mounts for the capacitors. So you can get smaller ones, you can get larger ones, and that's basically it. Very simple build, and that's it for the first look video. I will do a full review with the stock PS Vane tubes, but then again I will also replace them with Art S tubes from PS Vane, because I was always getting excellent results with those guys. So stay tuned for a full review. I hope I'll be ready with it for the next weekend, not for the one that's coming right now, but for the second weekend of June. And if you don't have any plans for this, if you don't have any plans for that weekend, be sure to watch that video. I'm very curious about this preamplifier, because so far all other constructions from Saint-Gobain using those particular chassis type were very good to excellent builds, including 2 top performers on my top recommendation list, Cary SLP90 and Cary AE1 preamplifiers. This guy comes with a regular plastic remote, but you can also order a metal remote for it. I went for that because this remote should be working also with my Cary preamplifiers, because all of them are using the same control and display board. So the metal remote is really nice. It's solid aluminum block, and I really like that, and I'm going to use it with all of my preamplifiers from this particular manufacturer. So that's basically it. I really like this build, and I'm really curious about the sound quality. This is based on one of very well-known constructions and very well regarded. You can buy ready-made amplifiers, preamplifiers like that one, and you can also get preamplifier kits with PCB and parts, so you can build one like that on your own using completely different parts. I mean, the parts that you like, obviously, the values should be the same. So that's it for today. I hope you liked this short video, and stay tuned for the full review of this guy. See you next time.